This hearing takes a dramatic turn as a defendant, Shandra Brock, fights to keep her bond after repeated positive drug tests for methamphetamine. Her defense? That the results are false positives caused by her live-in boyfriend, Joe Kirby, who testifies he was a frequent meth user and that his contact with her skin transferred the drug. However, the prosecution presents evidence of her attempting to tamper with a drug test. The situation unravels further when the boyfriend's testimony backfires spectacularly. Under oath, he reveals shocking details about his drug supply chain, fails to produce any valid identification, and is deemed not credible by the judge. The judge's final decision hinges on a critical question: is there any bond condition that can ensure public safety when the defendant is deeply associated with an admitted drug supplier? Watch the full hearing to see the tense exchange and the judge's ultimate ruling.
Buprenorphine, and she has a prescription for that, Your Honor.
Okay. I see many that aren't.
No, and I have a witness prepared to testify that.
Okay, here's the deal. We can knock yourself out.
Okay.
But who's going to negate spitting, trying to falsify the test the other day? Who's going to do that?
That was before a prior court setting, Judge.
I know, but it happened. But who's going to do that? Because that's an issue too. We don't want to talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about the whole thing. But it only takes one foolish error like that. But an attempt to adulterate or defraud the court by trying to falsify a test, kind of knock yourself out. But that's kind of an elephant in the room for me. So, what are you going to do?
Ms. Bro, you heard the judge about the spitting in the cup and all it. Well, why?
Well, I really.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm any statements you make today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir. If I remember that, I couldn't go to the bathroom times. And I took a sip of water. I was drinking, trying to go to the bathroom. And I soaked a cup in one, and I went to sit down to pee, and it went. She thought that I spit it, and I said I really didn't. I've stated this the first time too.
Yeah. Yeah. These are 20 results.
Yes, sir.
20. And you're saying
what they're trying to say is buprenorphine, and that's the Suboxone for opiate addiction, and it's the film, the sublingual film that you put underneath your tongue. And that's what. Then it's so funny because all these old Texans are trying to say it's buprenorphine.
she has a prescription for it. Out of the 20, so that would be, even if that were true, that's 11. That means 9 tests that aren't showing that.
Yeah. And like I said, we have a witness who testify that they were living together, that he, unbeknownst to Miss Bro, was doing methamphetamine, and then
Oh yeah, let's hear that. If that's what you want to do.
He's out.
Go ahead.
Joe Kirby.
Oh, he's a winner. He is a winner.
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statement you make today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. Yeah. Roll your hand.
Mr. Kirby, do you know Shandra Brock?
Yes.
How do you know her?
We've been dating for a while.
Well, is it more than a dating relationship?
Yeah.
Did y'all live together?
Yeah. Let me see, please.
How long did y'all live together?
Almost 2 years.
During that time, did you continue to use methamphetamine?
Yes.
Did she know you were using methamphetamine?
Hold on. What is your full name? Joe Tanner Kirby. How do you spell? Kirby. Where do you live?
I was buzzing with her.
Where do you live?
Oklahoma.
Have you ever lived in Jefferson County, Texas?
Yeah. Oh, not in Jefferson County. Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, Jefferson County, yeah. I lived in there. I lived in Shandra.
What was the address there?
711 Ridgewood Drive.
How long did you live there? And that's in Beaumont?
No, it's in Port Neches.
Port Neches. How long did you live there?
Almost 2 years.
During what period of time?
Up until now, really. In the past 2 years.
Okay. When did you move to Oklahoma?
I guess it'd be 3 weeks ago, a month ago, something like that.
Have you ever before been convicted of felony or misdemeanor in this or any other state?
Leave a misdemeanor or something here. No, there's and no felony.
Okay. Now, during the 2 years you lived with Miss Bro, you used methamphetamine.
Yes,
During that time you lived with this bro, were y'all intimate in your relationships?
yes,
Did you know she had a drug patch on?
yes,
Did your body come in contact with the drug patch?
yes.
Have you ever seen her use any kind of drugs during the 2 years y'all were together?
When we first got together,
2 years ago?
yeah, before she had the patch on and all that.
Okay, and since she's had the patch on, have you seen her do any kind of drugs?
No, sir.
Okay, do you know if she has a prescription for buprenorphine?
Yes, I got it in her bag over there.
Okay. Do you have that prescription? Could you get it and bring it to
One of those.
Okay, and show you a prescription bottle for Shandra Brock for buprenorphine.
Don't have.
You want to spell it?
BPREN/NALOXONE 8 milligrams film. This is the prescription you've seen her take, and a prescription for lisinopril, LISINOPRIL. Is this a prescription you've seen her take?
Yes,
Clorazepate, CLORAZEPATE. Is this a prescription you've seen her take and she takes?
yes,
Levothyroxine, LEVOTHYROXINE. Is this a prescription you've seen her take?
yes.
Pass the witness.
So let me get this straight. You've been using illegal drugs. Is that right? Maybe committing a crime.
Yep.
In the state of Texas. And what dates were those? What dates during all this time that we have on the list of this? Can you mark next to this little list which dates you were using methamphetamine?
The whole time.
That whole time. All these times you were using methamphetamine.
Yeah.
Where were you getting the methamphetamines from? Who were you buying them from?
Individual.
Answer his question.
I don't know the last name. And John.
John. Where do you meet John at? Where would you get him at?
Hotel.
Which hotel?
He was always different hotels.
Okay. Where at? Which city?
And for Nederland.
Nero. So you just got it from some guy named John, different hotels. How did you get a hold of him? You got a phone number?
Yeah, I had well, I didn't really get a hold of him most time. I just got a hold of my buddy. It was his friend, so he would get a hold of him most time.
Okay. Where's your buddy? What's his name?
Charles.
Charles what?
Jake. Charles Jake.
Okay. Where's he live?
He lives Edinburgh.
Heatherbrook? Is that a city or is that a street?
It's apartments in Nederland.
Apartments in Nederland, okay. And how would y'all go about doing it? You call him and do what?
Just call him and ask him if he could get a hold of his friend.
So let me ask you this. You said you've seen Shandra Brock take these, right?
Yeah.
And when she takes it, was she driving the car?
No,
Who drive?
she'd usually take it whenever she would that night before when she got home.
Not before when she got home. So she wouldn't drive. What about these? What are these for? Do you know what they're for?
No, no, I don't know exactly what they're for.
Okay.
No, she got blood pressure medicine, and something else.
So all this time, how did you come in contact with the drug patch underneath the outside part that protects her from water and things? How did you come underneath that drug patch?
I'm sweating. I sweat.
Okay. So the patch itself has a layer over it, doesn't it? Have you seen it? You've seen it, right?
Yeah, but also
Have you seen it?
yeah, but after you have it open about a week, it starts peeling by itself. You take showers and stuff.
Yeah, take showers. If you try to rub it off, it'll come off.
No, I'm just putting clothes on, taking showers, washing your body, normal hygiene.
So this time that you were using, how much methamphetamine were you using?
I'm using it frequently.
Okay. And
Quite frequently.
so every time you said every time you were using it, you came in contact with the patch, but sometimes it doesn't register, did it?
I mean, it must not have.
It always registered these though, the ones you took under her tongue, right?
Yeah, and that's what she was. That's what she was taking. She wasn't taking the. She wasn't doing it.
But you were coming in contact with her every day and all this, weren't you?
Yeah, but I was also trying to avoid the patch.
Oh, so you were avoiding the patch.
Yeah, I was lying to her.
Oh, but how are you trying to avoid the patch?
It's on one side of her body. I tell you, not to touch it, to stay on one side. I mean,
So whenever we came up before, when she tested positive before, you didn't come for it then, did you?
no, I didn't.
And she got thrown in jail, bonded back out, right?
Yeah,
And then now we've got some more positive drug patch stuff, and now you're coming forward now that you're living in Oklahoma, right? Yeah, speak out.
yes,
And you're saying that the only way she tested positive is because you were using and you got in contact with the drug patch.
yes. Yeah, the signs behind your patch tell you. I mean, the sweat.
That's what, who tells you that?
You can look it up about the sweat patches. They done
So who looked it up?
I did
When?
yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday before you came testify today.
Yes.
Okay. I'll pass what you. No further questions.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Who drove today? Who drove over here?
Oh, I got to drop it off.
Let me see an ID.
I don't have one.
You're an anonymous person.
No, I told you my name. I think I know.
What do you have in your wallet?
Nothing.
Look,
I just got a wallet.
let me see a wallet.
Okay.
What's in the
I don't have a
wallet?
wallet. I don't. Cause
You don't even have a wallet.
No.
You got nothing, but you have under oath sworn that you possessed methamphetamine, a felony offense in this state, here in Jefferson County, Texas, recently. Correct? You're saying that? All right. You're not going anywhere. You're going to sit right over there.
Okay.
I'm going to ask the state of Texas to look into this before you leave and see what they're going to prosecute you for what you claim you are dealing with. The only problem with you is the number one, you're not credible. I don't believe anything you say. You don't even have an ID. But you are an admitted meth user. You can't even explain to this court the name of the person you're getting these illegal drugs, how that's working. It's all anonymous. It's not believable, except the part that you're willing to say under oath that you committed crimes recently here in Jefferson County, Texas. So, and also the fact that the probation officer witnessed you trying to adulterate and defraud the drug test completely negates anything you'd say because you weren't there. But both of you in trouble now. You're not going to try to come in and pull a game, play gamesmanship with this court over the scourge of the world, drugs. Serious drugs.
And recall Miss Bro, Your Honor.
You can sit over there.
Miss Bro, why do you take the hydroxine?
That is a antihistamine. I have that also.
And why do you take the chlorozepate?
That is like an anti-anxiety for depression. I don't really take it often. It's the barbiturate on that drug test.
Okay, and levothyroxine?
That I have a thyroid problem. And I take it.
Buprenorphine?
That is prescribed by my outpatient program. I have like a counselor and I'm in an outpatient drug program. I work a 12-step program and I'm a sponsor. And she prescribed me that and I do, she just like, that's the medicine she has me on and then I do my program.
Okay, and the lisinopril?
That is for hypertension.
I believe that's all of them. Once again, have you yourself done any meth?
No, sir, I have not. And I promise that on the program, the outpatient program I'm in that prescribes that, they have a record, sir, of my drug tests, and I've given them to Mr. Lincoln, where they test me specifically for that drug. And I wasn't trying to go over your head with the hair follicle test. I was advised to do them to prove to you that I wasn't doing anything, and I really was not trying to go over you or the state's head or disrespect the court. And
whatever it was with the cup incident was mainly an accident of you sitting down.
it was an accident of me sitting down. I've said it over and over, and I don't know what else to say, but I want you to know I respect this court.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. Is that what you guessed?
There are 5 of them.
Yes, this is a buprenorphine that she's been testing positive for.
Where are the drugs?
I didn't bring the
Where are the drugs?
I didn't bring the medication here.
There's supposed to be 28 in here. This was given to you on 131. 131. We're only 10 days into this month. There were 28 and now there are 28 missing, and it says, what is that? What's systemic with you folks? You interrupt. You think the rules because you want to control the situation. When you see it going bad, you want to stop the wreck because you've been in control in the drug world. There's 28. That's one a day. There are 18 missing here. Let me see. This medication may be having this already. Big letters. No, where are the rest of the drugs?
Sir, I didn't bring the bottles here. I was there.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't.
Well, they're missing. They're missing.
Your Honor, we would recall Mr. Kirby.
Oh, Mr. Uncredible? Come on up. Have you found an ID in the last few minutes that supports anything you say in your identity?
I got a picture of my ID.
Is that the best you got in the United States of America?
Yes, sir.
Are you employed somewhere?
Yes.
Where?
Tree service.
Are you having troubles? Where? You're looking over here.
I'm employed with local tree services here, but I just moved, so I'm
First thing a liar does is look away. Did you know that? That's what you keep doing. I'm going to ask you a question. Who's your employer?
Ronald Chad Ferguson.
What's his phone number?
John, it's in my phone.
Okay.
It's in my phone.
Where's your phone?
My pocket.
What about the guy that you get the drugs from? Is his phone number in there too?
I get a hold of him on Facebook.
Is that what you do?
He don't have a phone number. He uses Wi-Fi. And so I get a hold of my friend on Facebook, and then he gets
Well, that's the supplier, your supplier.
No, he gets a hold of his friend. I guess sure, yeah. Yes.
What's his? Okay, what's the guy's? How do you get your supplier for methamphetamine when you need it? How do you do it? What do you go about doing it? How do you do that? I want to know mechanically. What do you do?
Just see what he's doing, and then go.
But how do you do that? Are you using a phone or something?
Yeah, I use my phone.
And so, what do you do? Tell me exactly when you want your drugs, your illegal meth that you say
Illegal meth.
you use around her. What do you do? How do you get it?
I get a hold of my friend.
And what do you do?
And
How do you get a hold of it?
Either Facebook or the Facebook mostly. Most of them they don't have Facebook.
Oh, he doesn't have a phone.
He has a phone, but he don't have like no data on it. He just uses Wi-Fi and uses his phone.
Okay, so what's the identity? Okay, so you go on Facebook. What's his Facebook name?
His name is CJ. CJ. Or and then there's another one, Dylan McGuire. I don't know. There's a couple different friends that I have that do it, that they use, and they know people. They've been down here their whole life.
Where do they live?
He lives.
Who's he?
Which one?
Any of them. Just name who it is before you say he, because half the planet
McGuire lives on Taft Avenue.
in Groves. And he supplies drugs to everybody. He's a supplier.
I know.
Okay, he's a supplier of that to you, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Dylan McGuire
On tap. Does he work somewhere?
I mean, he does whatever he can for money. He don't have no actual job. He just does stuff every now and then. He'll get maybe a little mechanic job or something.
Okay. And who else is another supplier? There was more than one.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't really this.
Who's the other one? You said somebody. Who was that?
CJ.
Okay. And where does he live? Did you say on the apartments?
Yeah, Heatherbrook.
Heatherbrook in Nederland.
I've got somebody checking that out.
And so his Facebook is, and what's his identification on Facebook?
Charles, Jake, or CJ, one of the two.
To get him, you go on the
Ooh, he's ratting people out now. Mr. Kirby.
computer.
Yes.
Check out the medicine tabs.
And is that how you're dealing? Is that how you're working exclusively in getting your meth to you is through Facebook, through the computer?
No, I just get a hold of him that way, see what he's doing, and then I go to him in person, and then.
But you're using the internet to do it, right?
But no, I use the internet to get a hold of my
All right.
friend, and then I go hang out with him, and then.
But you get a hold of him. The point is you're connecting with him through the internet to get the drugs, right? That's step one in getting your drugs, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's nothing further, Mr. Kirby.
We'll ask the DEA also. So since that's, interstate commerce,
Yes, sir.
wires in interstate commerce, the feds are probably interested in
We
that.
got some narcotics officers checking things out right now.
Civil.
Find out again.
Get back in the booth.
Naloxone that you said were missing. The films are inside. There are 19 of them.
They're sublingual things that you put on your phone.
Okay, and there was 19 in here.
Yes,
You counted.
yes.
She's taking them every day.
No, not in while she's in jail.
How long has she been in jail?
Since her last hearing.
Tuesday.
How many different drugs are you taking? Prescribed?
5, but I don't take all of them.
Too many.
I only take 3 every day.
And for what condition is it that you're doing this for?
I read blood pressure.
Drug addict.
And the addiction one that you have, what's the addiction for? The opioid?
Yes, but that is through I'm in an outpatient program for drug rehabilitation program, and that my doctor prescribes me that, and my counselor. I'm also working a 12-step program, and I have a sponsor. I have been for 8 months.
So how long you been on the
Getting high.
That I've been on that for a long time, probably about over a year.
Isn't the purpose of this to rehabilitate you, to get you off of it, to wean you off of it?
Yes, they're in control of that. They're a doctor. I mean,
Doesn't it say down here it's habit forming?
the doctor has me on. The doctor is monitoring it.
So you substituted this drug for the other drug.
All about bond revocation. And the court stands by its order earlier and finds that nothing has changed. At the very least, the probation officer's credible testimony, which, by the way, is the only credible testimony I find. Those two people are they're off the chart. They're not even showing up on radar on the planet. One person who is admitted regular meth user, supplying the defendant with meth, was getting meth from Jefferson County and stating that it had to be his meth that somehow secreted or excreted onto the defendant, was the explanation for the numerous, how many did we say, 20 positives?
Not for meth, you
Only about 5 or 6 were
13, 12 for methamphetamine. Out of,
It's 5 or 6, There's
here we go. Okay, there was one thing. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I counted these and look at them. You can count them. How many? So let's get it straight so we're all agreeing what it says. I checked the ones that were not. So 9 positives from methamphetamine for a period of June through October of 2022. And then the testimony, those were the drug tests that were positive. And then the testimony of the officer the probation officer earlier, who witnessed the defendant attempting to defraud the drug test. The court stands by its order that that there is no bond. It's in light of the testimony of her close or significant other who testified, whose name we believe may be Joe Kirby, but is unable to produce any identification at all. Right now, sir, your address is what? Is where? Your physical address is what?
116 Southwick Bay Lane, Eagletown, Oklahoma.
Say it again, slowly.
116 Sunfish Bay Lane, Eagletown, Oklahoma.
Okay. Do you own that house?
No, my mother owns that house.
That's your mother's house.
Yes.
Okay. And your date of birth is what, sir?
4/15/1997.
Where were you born?
DeQueen, Arkansas.
And how long have you been here in Jefferson County?
About 6 years.
You've been living here 6 years?
Yes. I mean, I've been in Orange County for a couple of, a little bit of it.
And how long have you been living with the defendant?
About 2 years.
2 years. Okay. And the address was what?
711 Ridgewood Drive.
So the court, again's findings are that there are no reasonable terms and conditions of bond that the defendant is able to comply with, because it is obvious that the defendant has not only a serious drug issue but also associates closely with people, including this Mr. Kirby, who almost proudly testified that he has been a drug supplier, a methamphetamine drug supplier. So there is no bond. The issue is, what are we going to do with this case?
So I'll talk to the prosecutor.
See what you can do, because it's obvious that this person is deep in the deep end of the pool, needs some help.
Sorry.
And your problems are not only your own choices, but in choices of who you associate with. Someone who sat up there and almost with pride spoke about how he can acquire methamphetamine, and which is a crime in any separate time. Almost with pride testified about the scourge in this county and scourge in the world that he is deeply responsible for. And that's who you have elected to associate with. But everybody makes a choice. Anyway, that is, this court is going to stand for right versus wrong and the rule of law. And I'm not going to let it, on my watch, chaos rule amongst us. And that's where you are. And he's not even, he's got it.
Look at him with his arm like, what a douche.
He doesn't have any foot on the ground. But you are the one who has responsibility to this court under your charge and bond. And you're not getting any better by who you're associating with and what you're being caught doing. So y'all figure it out. If there's something to be done other than a trial, we'll have to just put it on the trial docket, which, as we all know, takes a long